Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for another edition of Will Wednesdays. I'm your host, Greg Davis, with Tri-City Lawyers here in Durham, North Carolina. This week's topic is, what is title insurance? Now, I'm sure you've heard of car insurance. Of course, that's for your car. Life insurance is for your life. And title insurance is to protect the title to your home. But first, let's go over this brief disclaimer. The information provided in this presentation does not and is not intended to constitute legal advice. Instead, all information, content, and materials presented are for general informational purposes only. Viewers of this presentation should contact their attorney to obtain advice with respect to any particular legal matter. No reader, user, or browser of this presentation should act or refrain from acting on the basis of information in this presentation without first seeking legal advice from counsel in the relevant jurisdiction. Greg Davis, Tri-City Lawyers, what is title insurance? So title insurance protects your home, and it also provides a cash benefit if there's any type of error in the title search that might have been done by your closing agent. Now, what is a title search, Greg? Well, when you're buying a new piece of property, there should be a title search that's done. And all that means is, in North Carolina, we're looking at something called the Grantor Grantee Index. And we're just basically looking back in time, 20, maybe even 30 years, to see who are all the previous owners of the property. Not only that, we want to see were there any liens, were there any mortgages against that property, and make sure that those things have been paid off. And in that way, we can present a clean title. Now, for an insurance company, they're going to say, well, either this title is marketable, which means that it's really good, it's really clean, or they're going to say it's insurable, which is a kind of a lower level. But for your purposes, this is what I want you to know. When we're talking about title insurance, there's two types. First is the lender title insurance policy, right? A lot of people are buying homes right now. Interest rates are really low, or inventory is low, which is not good. But if you can find that right home, a lender is going to require a title insurance policy. Now, what does that do? That lender's title insurance policy only ensures the lender that they are covered for all title issues that are not specifically excluded by the terms of the policy. So when you're going through the closing, there's something called a closing disclosure, which you should receive 3 days prior to your closing, and it's going to list the fee for this lender title insurance policy there. The second type of title insurance policy you should know about is the owner's title insurance policy. Now, if you're in North Carolina, there's some great information at the North Carolina Department of Insurance website, and that's where I pulled some of this information from today. Now, what's covered in this policy? Now, I know when you go to closing, there's a stack of paper this thick, maybe 125 pages that you have to sign. So I know you might not have a chance to read everything, but if you look inside your insurance policy, this is what you might find that's covered. False impersonation of the true owner, forged deeds, clerical errors in public records, and unpaid taxes, things for both local, state, and federal. What are some things that are not covered? Well, known unrecorded title defects. So if you're trying to commit some type of title fraud, that's not going to be covered. Any type of governmental condemnation, if the government comes in and condemns property, there's not going to be any payout for that. And also any type of violation of building and zoning ordinances, those things are not covered. Bottom line is that the owner's title insurance policy protects you after you buy the property, but it only protects you from issues that existed prior to your purchase. So this begs the question, well, Greg, I see so many ads, I receive so many emails about title lock. Should I get some type of extra protection on my title to my home? People are concerned about definite fraud. I definitely understand that. My thought when it comes to that, since I can't really advise you which way to go, is I would really advise you to contact your title insurance company for more information. Before you spend any money on additional protection and coverage, give them a call and see what type of services and protection you actually have in place before you spend those extra dollars. Here at Tri-City Lawyers, we always want to remind you to consider taking care of your essential documents, your will, healthcare power of attorney, your living will, also called your healthcare directive, financial power of attorney, and your digital asset checklist. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, Greg, at tricitylawyers.pro. And like I always say, everyone has an estate, but not everyone has a plan. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care.